USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at usaa.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
What kind of singing do you do?
I'm the princess of jazz, as it's told to me. It's James
Self-proclaimed, or someone else call you that?
No, James Brown gave me that name when he was alive in 2006 before he passed at a record store when he gave out his last CD called The Last Step. And I asked him if Billie Holiday was known as the Queen of Jazz, does that make me the princess of jazz? And he said, you're damn right it do, darling, and don't you let nobody tell you no different. So it was...
Okay, that's it. It's yours.
This is the plaintiff, Billy. She says the defendant, her neighbor, and her friend turned around and stabbed her in the back by opening her big fat mouth and blabbing her personal business for everyone to hear. Now, everyone in the neighborhood knows her business. Much of what the defendant spoke about wasn't true, and now her career is ruined. She's suing the blabbermouth for $5,000 for defamation, loss of livelihood, mental anguish, and pain and suffering. This is the defendant, Sonia Braswell. She says the plaintiff babysat for a girl in the building they lived in, and she would sometimes go visit and hang out while she was working. Only thing she did out of concern was to tell the baby's mother that the baby seemed to sleep all day and that maybe she should get that checked out. Well, the plaintiff, who thinks she's some kind of great singer, went ballistic, accused her of blabbing her business to the world, and now is claiming the reason she's not working is because of her. Oh, crazy loon. She's accused of having a big mouth. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,000 for slander and defamation of character.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, Contorti.
Oh.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Billy.
Yes.
You've asked us just to refer to you as Billy. You were suing your neighbor and former friend, Sanji Braswell, for $5,000 for defamation, loss of livelihood, mental anguish, and pain and suffering. You are counterclaiming $2,000 for slander and defamation. What's going on?
I'd like to clear one thing up. I'm not suing her for loss of my livelihood, interference with my livelihood.
Interference.
Yes, because I was planning on quitting, but I was explaining to her when I would go to her house to visit.
Okay, no, stop. Start from the beginning. What's going on?
All right. I was babysitting for my daughter's friend for about a year. After a while, I started feeling uncomfortable and I needed more rest because I sing at night. The baby started becoming more active.
What kind of singing do you do?
I'm the princess of jazz, as it's told to me. It's James Brown.
Self-proclaimed, or someone else call you that?
No, James Brown gave me that name when he was alive in 2006 before he passed at a record store when he gave out his last CD called The Last Step. And I asked him if Billie Holiday was known as the Queen of Jazz, does that make me the princess of jazz? And he said, you're damn right it do, darling, and don't you let nobody tell you no different. So it was
Okay, that's it. It's yours. All right.
It was that from then on.
So you do, but you actually do a Billie Holiday impersonation?
No, I'm not an impersonator, and I'm not an imitation.
I can't help but notice that you want to be called Billy. That's not your name, right?
Someone gave me the name at the Apollo Theater, and it aired before I caught up with it.
But you want to be referred to as Billy?
Yes, I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay, so go ahead.
I was babysitting for my friend's daughter, like I said.
Yeah.
And
you were feeling uncomfortable because you were getting tired.
Yeah, and the child was becoming more active. When I first started to babysit the child, the mother said she sleeps. She gave me her sleep schedule. I said, that's fine, because that works with my schedule. That way I won't have to, get so groggy in the evening when it's time for me to go to work. She said, fine. I told her, I said, when the baby starts becoming more active, you'll have to find somebody else. And that time had come. certain things were going on and I wasn't comfortable. I was feeling down. I would talk to Miss Braswell about it because we are neighbors. We like Betty and Wilma. You got a green pepper, Sonia? Yeah, come down and get it. Munchie, you got some ice? And they call me Munchie where I live.
Okay.
Okay, so we were like that. When I'm feeling down or feeling good or something wonderful happens, such as a publicity item, I'd go down. If I go shopping for something, I show her what I bought and tell her, this is on sale, Sonia. You need to go get one of these too, because it's cheap now, you know. That's the kind of friends we were. She would sympathize with me, Munchie. I could tell you not feeling this babysitting thing no more. I can tell. After the parents' mother stopped bringing the baby to my house, because I had a foot surgery. Doctor's orders were to light movement, no heavy work. So I told the doctor I'm a babysitter. And I push a stroller. He said, that you will have to stop. Because if your foot
Okay, I got you.
So, during the downtime when the baby didn't want to take a nap, I would go downstairs and visit. And she would talk to me, play with the baby and stuff, you know. And I would say, I'm thinking about quitting, so I'm not feeling this. After a while, the mother stopped bringing the child. So she would ask me every day, you ain't got the baby today, Munchie? I'm like, no. Oh, okay. As the days passed, she keep asking me. I said, I don't know. Why are they not telling you that you're not bringing the baby? What happened? I don't know. But when she doesn't call, I know I have the day off because she only calls me when she's bringing the baby so I can get up and get prepared or come to the house. Okay. Every day she's asking me that. I said, I don't know what's going on. Me and my daughter don't know why she's not telling me nothing. Then she started saying, Munchie, I saw the baby and her mother today, and every day I was like, okay, and, you know, I didn't know why she was doing that. One day she said, I saw the baby today and her mother and her new baby. Said, well, let me not even say nothing because I do not know if that's the babysitter now. I know she was with some girl with braids. I don't know who the person was. I'm not going to say it's the babysitter because I don't know for sure. I say, you know. No, Munchie, I swear I don't know. I started getting suspicious from that point on because it slipped. Okay. Days went on, she started asking about my check for the babysitting. That's an ACS automated service thing. You have to call in and report your days that you work, and within the month's time, they calculate it and send it to you the following month. Every day, Munchie, you got your check? No. Munchie, you got your check? Did they send your check yet? No, it ain't get here yet. After a while, it started to annoy me. So I said, Sonia, why you keep asking me about that check? Munchie, I just want to know if you got your money like you're supposed to. Sonia, I don't need that check. I sing. What, for $40 at some cotton club? I said, what? I said, look, people hire me outside of that. I said 2 weeks ago, this was in April. I said 2 weeks ago, some lady hired me and 7 members of my band for $2,500. You ain't give me none. I said, baby, I had to pay the band. I have to pay my band a certain amount of money.
Okay, where's your lawsuit? I'm hearing about neighbor gossip
this is where this is what I'm saying. Okay, all along asking me what happened to the baby, why the mother not bringing the baby, where's your check? She knew all already. Okay. I didn't. She went to the parent, told her, if I were you, I wouldn't let Munchie watch your kids because Munchie be spreading your business. And this is what the mother told me after she talked to my daughter for 7 hours overnight one night. The night of May 2nd into the 3rd, she talked to my daughter. My daughter called her because I said, one night I went downstairs. I said, Sonia, I don't know who's starting all this turmoil, but when I find out who it is and I get to the bottom of it, I'm going to sue the out of them. And I mean it.
What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is this lady keeps saying she's inquiring about why the mother didn't bring the kids.
I heard all that.
All right.
What is? Are you suggesting that it's
that
because you lost the job because of her telling the mother apparently the truth that
I gave the mother 62 days.
Weren't feeling the whole babysitting thing.
In March, I gave the mother 62 days to find another babysitter.
So you were going to quit anyway?
Yeah, I was.
Right. So why are you suing her? Because the idea is that she lost you a job and it cost you money.
She didn't lose a job. I was quitting the job.
Right. So why are you suing her? Because she's making you angry because she's a gossip monger and she's spreading your business in the neighborhood.
I was all right when the mother wasn't bringing up because I knew the mother was mad at me. We had an argument, me and the parent. Okay?
Oh, you had an argument with the parent?
Yes.
What was the argument about?
To mention. Different things that I didn't. Old school parenting versus new school parenting.
What?
Meaning that I don't believe in spoiling children. The little girl was kind of spoiled. She got away with a lot of stuff that should have been.
Meaning what? Just be specific.
Hitting back to parents.
Okay.
Like if parents say, come get away from
Okay, but what was your argument about with the mother?
The argument was about the child, I went upstairs. I was at Sonia's house with the baby one day. I said, Sonia, watch her for a minute while I go upstairs and get a cigarette. She said, okay. She was in the room with her husband and the baby was in the room. There's like a doorway. So she said that the baby touched her inappropriately.
Touched who inappropriately?
Sonia said she touched me inappropriately. Munchie, she's seeing something she ain't supposed to be seeing. I said,
how old is this baby?
2. She's 2. She's going to be 3 next week. She said, the baby touched her inappropriately. I said, how? She described to me how the baby touched her. And she said, and she kept looking out like that to see if you was coming. She said, and when she heard the door slamming and heard you say, I'm back, she pulled her hands down real quick and act like she wasn't doing nothing. I said, okay, I'm going to let her mother know that. Okay, so when the time came that me and the parent had the argument, I gave Sonia the cell phone. I said, Sonia, tell her mother what she did. So the mother was in agreement. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait, what is Sonia telling her? So I got the phone back. I said, Sonia, what did you tell her? I told her it didn't matter to me, Munchie. It don't mean nothing. She just a baby. It didn't. What she told me in the house and what she told mother.
Stop. Do you have any evidence from the mother of the child who stopped using you as the caretaker
I have a letter,
that the reason she stopped using you as a caretaker was something that she made up?
I believe so.
Okay, let me see.
I think I read this
and let me
letter
hear
one
your
time.
side, your response to her, and why you're suing for $2,000
Well, I was
for defamation.
actually going to sue because she, first of all, I take care of my disabled husband that has ALS. He's very sick, Lou Gehrig. She know what I go through in a day's time.
I'm very sorry.
Very sick person. Didn't know what he had for 3.5 years. Just found out it's Lou Gehrig's. She know what I go through on a daily basis. Never did I try to hurt her any kind of way. The baby was nervous. The baby stayed in my house. She's crying and she's yanking her out the door, this, that, and the other. She knows how I am about kids. She can be very verbal, you know, and she might have been scared because she'll scream. She don't want to go out the door. She'll get your little butt out this door. She'll take out the door. See, you see what she said when she said she's watching and look around the corner because the little baby has to be nervous about something. Like, you're making this little girl like it's more than it is. You know what I'm saying? I was upset because she didn't get her 2 weeks pay. She came crying to me and I said, Munchie, somebody should pay you. That's right. You're right. Somebody should pay you. She said, no, Sonia, I'm just going to leave it alone. So, Munchie, I took out my daily
Did you talk to the mother?
Yes, and she wrote me a statement.
What did you tell the mother?
I told her, I was like, I'm a little concerned that the baby, you know, her reaction when she's around or when she has to leave my house, she's crying, so the reaction. So I said to her, I'm a little concerned about that, you know what I'm saying?
But in any event, and the mother's response to you was what?
She said, I'm getting ready to get a new babysitter because she didn't want her to stay in her house because, you know, she has a lot of things in her house that you can't walk in there. So because she had
What does that mean?
It means
you mean crowded?
She's a hoarder, very much so, yes.
Okay.
So I just said to her, first of all, the mother called me across the street and she said how the baby cries when the father takes her upstairs in the morning. I said, well, I'm a little concerned too because she cries.
Are you friends with the mother?
I know her from,
okay.
I know her from her.
So you admit that you did say something to the mother,
Yes,
but according to both you and the plaintiff, things were on the outs already anyway.
Yeah, they were on the outs.
Okay, so now why are you suing for $2,000 for slander and defamation?
Because she's been told everybody this is ridiculous. She know what I go through in a day's time.
Okay, but what is the slander and defamation that she committed against you that should allow you to collect $2,000 from her?
Okay, well, I actually was going to sue for my bathroom, but I couldn't obtain the pictures, so I had to put slander. My bathroom is a mess. She didn't want to sink upstairs. Yes, it's a whole crazy process. But my bathroom is a mess. She didn't want to sink. She had them remove the sink, and she know I keep my house very neat, and I had the water poured in my house. That's what I was going to sue her for.
What does she have to do with that?
She had her sink removed out of her home. She was going to buy her own, and they plugged the hole up. So everything, you know, after a while, it's going to bust. Everything bust in my house.
Okay, but you're not suing for that. You're suing for slander and defamation. So tell me what you're suing for.
I'm suing because she's just the worst person I could ever see. She goes outside. She tells everybody this. She's slandering me all in the street.
What is she saying?
I don't understand that I'm crazy, that I'm making her lose her job. You have a job, you're a babysitter, but you leave your son with the baby all the time. When do you babysit?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So does she have a case here?
I would say no if she's quitting in the first place.
What is the slander doing?
No slander.
Right. I mean, even if she was slandered, if she was going to quit, she didn't lose anything, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you don't want people saying bad things about you, so. But
if you don't want people saying bad things about you, but if what they say about you doesn't really affect your life because you were going to quit anyway, you're not out anything.
Absolutely no, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I made sense going inside the courtroom.
How old's the son?
Her son is 17. I mean, he's a good kid, but he can't. That's not his job. That's her job. And you out all the time. You're not babysitting this baby. You're in the street.
You know that a 17-year-old, I don't care how nice and wonderful the 17-year-old is, 17-year-old boy is in contact with her 2-year-old child?
Yes, and that's where the problem came in. That's where we got into it, because a neighbor seen her without the baby, and she said to me, Sonia, she went to the home the next day, to the baby's home the next day, and she seen a little girl playing in the tub, and she came crying to me. She said, it's a whole...
I gotta call it. I just gotta call it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done, guys.
Thank you.
I was approached by the plaintiff's neighbor. Oh, that's you. Okay, I got it. I was approached by the plaintiff's neighbor. She told me I should get another babysitter. She also told me how the plaintiff was spreading my business when she was my child care provider. Her neighbor also informed me that she got upset when she spoke to my daughter.
That's not mine. That must be hers.
Oh, okay. Let me get yours. So she wrote a statement for each of you.
Yes.
Fascinating. Go ahead. Let me see the one you got.
I don't have it. I sent it in with the judge. I sent it in with my paperwork.
I would like to clarify that Sonji Braswell advised me about looking for a new child care provider. I was already in the process of doing so. She was not the reason or had any influence on my decision on firing the plaintiff. I have my reasons, which I do not want to disclose. It was my personal choice. My child's welfare is my priority. Wow. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Thank you, ladies. This was fun. Let me explain something. You two, Wilma and who's the other one? Betty, or Lucy and Ethel, or whoever the heck you want to call yourselves. Let me explain something to you,
yes.
Okay? There are legal cases, and then there is building gossip.
Thank you.
It sounds to me like you two got a bunch of building gossip going on.
Thank you.
And the only reason I'm not angry that you wasted my time is that you provided some comic relief for me. So on your lawsuit against her, 0, and on your countersuit against her, 0. Go home, ladies.
Thank you.
Well, first, it's the plaintiff coming out here to explain what just went on in the courtroom.
Oh, she lied.
Yeah.
My son is 17. He goes to school every day. It was that particular day he watched the daughter for me for like 5 minutes, and the mother knew it when she brought the child to my house.
There was so much said in there. You know, why are you focusing on that one particular thing? I mean, that was a bunch of back and forth.
We got to do something else because a lot of lies were just told. A lot. The mother knew when my son had to watch the child, and it wasn't often. It was maybe once or twice.
How's the singing career going?
Excellent.
That's the main thing?
Oh, yes, indeed. That's going to be what it is.
Okay.
And that's why.
All right.
All right, bye.
Awesome. Okay. All right.
How are you?
Good. You?
I'm good. She's a little touched up there, and everybody in the whole area knows that. She makes $40 a night at the Cotton on a Monday night. She doesn't work anywhere else. She's ridiculous. Like, you don't have a career. You just keep us up at nighttime.
And that bothers you?
It bothers me. I have a husband that's disabled, that has ALS, that I take care of solely on my own, and it's a lot for me, and I have to deal with this every night. That's the problem.
Okay, Harvey?
Here's the thing. There was nothing really wrong here. It was harmless gossip, and harmless gossip, almost never rises to the level of defamation. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Switch to Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream and discover why people are calling it the best eye cream. A powerhouse formula that targets 5 types of eye area wrinkles. 96% of users saw reduced wrinkles and diminished dark circles after just 7 days. Shop Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream at Sephora and discover how change can happen in the blink of an eye. Consumer tested by 110 women.
Want to live better? We've got a lot of work to do. Join Chris Hemsworth in National Geographic's new Disney Plus original series, Limitless. Live better now.
I'm diving headfirst into cutting-edge science to uncover 3 powerful secrets to living better right now. The growth that occurs through any challenging experience He's really what we seek.
Chris Hemsworth stars in Limitless. Live Better Now. Streaming August 15th on Disney Plus and Hulu.
It's showtime.
This is the plaintiff, Robert Mallon. He says he came home one day to find an 80,000-pound dump truck parked in his driveway. The driver told him he had permission to park there from his neighbor while he did work on the guy's property. He never gave anyone permission to park that beast on his land. The massive thing cracked the concrete, and he wants the defendant, his neighbor, to pay him the $3,800 it's going to cost him to fix things. This is the defendant, John Walter. He says the plaintiff did in fact give him permission to use his driveway to repair his house after Hurricane Sandy hit. Next thing he knows, his kooky neighbor calls him saying his contractor's bobcat cracked his driveway and he wants $3,800. Now the guy's harassing his wife and son, and enough is enough. Owe him money? Ha! He's accused of being too heavy-handed.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says he came home and found a dump truck, an 80,000-pound dump truck on his driveway, and it did a lot of damage. But the defendant says he had permission. It's the case of, I'm not taking your dump, chump.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you. Robert Mallon?
Yes.
You are suing John Walter, your neighbor, for $3,800, the amount that you say it's going to cost to fix the driveway that you say he damaged. Tell me what happened.
I got to my house on April 9th, and there was a dump truck in my driveway, and I asked him what he was doing there.
Do you live in that house?
Not since the hurricane.
Okay,
my
so
house
you
got
own a
damaged.
house in what town?
Lindenhurst, New York.
Okay, and it was hit rather, that area was hit rather severely by Hurricane Sandy.
I've got 4 walls and a roof.
Four walls and a roof. So you went to visit the property, and you saw a dump truck in the driveway?
In my driveway, unfortunately.
Okay, how big was the dump truck?
It weighs about 80,000 pounds loaded.
I asked how big, I don't know how you know how much it weighs.
10-wheel dump truck.
10-wheel dump truck.
Yes.
Okay. And what did you say or do?
I got there, and during the storm, I had a 2-car garage at the end of the driveway. It was demolished. So he decided, since I wasn't living there, he was going to use my driveway as access to re-landscape his property.
Okay.
I got there. The dump truck was in my driveway.
Did you take pictures?
Yes.
Okay.
I asked the guy what he was doing. He says, I got to do this job here. I says, who told you you could use my driveway? Evidently, the neighbor there.
It's kind of odd that he took the neighbor's word for it, though. Why didn't he, well, I guess you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
Right.
I was, again, the house is vacant, so he took advantage of the situation that I wasn't there, and this is not the first time.
Let me see the pictures you took. Did you used to live in that house?
Yes, I lived there for 13 years.
Do you know each other?
I never met him before.
Oh, he's met me before.
Okay.
We'll never met him before.
That's a lie.
I keep to myself in the neighborhood.
Okay. Okay. Here's what I would like. Will you please come over here so that you can explain to me what I'm looking at?
Right on that edge.
Right here. Come
By all
closer, though.
means.
Right there. Right there. That's perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Where's your house?
This is the driveway to my house.
This is the driveway to your house?
Yes.
These are pictures of trucks, but not on your driveway?
Not at that time.
Did you take a picture of the truck on your driveway?
Leaving my driveway.
Okay.
This just shows, this used to be my garage.
Right.
It got wiped out in the hurricane. He made access to get into his yard, which is the white fenced-in area.
Right. But
So
where's your driveway?
It's right here, this bottom part of the picture.
Hold on one second.
It's not your turn.
I'm sorry.
Do you not understand that? I'm in the middle of a conversation with a witness. Where's your house?
My house is on this side.
Okay.
This is my house here.
Okay.
This is the driveway.
That's the driveway. Is it a dirt driveway?
No, it's pavement. These are the tire tracks.
marks. But is this part looks like dirt to me.
That's on the back side of what used to be my garage.
That's
going
the driveway,
in.
and
That's
this is
the driveway,
dirt.
correct, yes.
Okay.
This is the tire tracks from the dump truck.
No,
as
that's
you can
not a
see.
tire track. That's broken.
That's broken pavement
Right, but
from
you
the
want me
tire
to
track.
conclude that it's from a tire track as
Yes.
opposed to that it's kind of, and that's
Yes.
the part where it's going to be difficult for you because really this is all a wreck. There are cracks all over this. This driveway is not in pristine condition.
I'm not saying that
it's
it was,
a terrible
Your Honor.
mess, and I guess my question to you is, how are you going to prove, as insulting as someone using your property without your permission is, how are you going to prove that the dump truck did all the, $3,800 worth of damage. How you gonna do that?
This is the best I know how to do with this.
Yeah.
But the fact is, I didn't give him permission. And
Okay, go ahead and go back.
Okay.
Yes, sir, let me hear your side.
Okay. I did ask Bob for permission to use his driveway, and he said it was okay to use his driveway. And then the contractor started, and the contractor called my wife and said that he's yelling and screaming that this
When did you ask Bob for permission?
He was driving past my house. He stopped. I told him I had to use his driveway, and he said okay.
So why would he be suing you now if that happened?
Because he didn't have insurance on his house. He had no insurance. He has no money to fix his house, so he needs the money. So this is an avenue for him to get the money.
How do you know he doesn't have
He told me he had no insurance. He had
Do
no
you
flood
have insurance on your house?
first of all, I've never had a conversation.
Do you have insurance on your house?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
How would he know that if you two have never spoken?
He seems to know more than I can
No. That's not an adequate answer.
I don't know how he knows that. Maybe,
Well, maybe
he had
you have
spoken to
and you're
another
not being
neighbor.
straightforward with me.
Maybe he has spoken to another neighbor.
Okay, so go on.
I have pictures of Bob's house destroyed after Superstorm Sandy.
May I see
I
it?
have his driveway that came down.
I got it. You're good.
No, stay where you are
I'm
and
sorry.
hand the pictures to my bailiff.
This is the Bob's garage. That's Bob's driveway in his garage after Superstorm Sandy.
Is that water?
Yes, it is. And I have a picture of Bob cleaning his house up after the storm.
Okay. Give me all the pictures you have.
Okay.
Don't make my bailiff make 10 trips.
This is, you can see Bob in the first photo.
Thank you, sir.
Is that from the newspaper or something?
Yeah, it's from the paper. They actually took a picture of Bob. You can see the tire track from the front loader that was used to remove that garage from his driveway. You'll see what the town used. You'll see the truck that the town used to clean the debris.
Oh, my goodness.
And Bob had no insurance. He told me he had no flood insurance.
Nobody needs flood insurance until they need flood insurance. Then it's too late.
Yes.
Is that his driveway, yes or no?
It's no.
It's the street.
It's the street. But that's the truck that the town used to remove his garage.
So they had to have come. Did the town remove your garage?
Yes, they did, Your Honor.
Okay, but a dump truck and a Bobcat isn't the same thing. I mean, but
Let me help you to understand. A payloader weighs approximately 40,000 pounds. 10-wheel dump truck, fully loaded, is 80,000.
I agree with you. The problem that you have is the one I already marked. This is nothing but the remnants of a piece of, is it blacktop? What is it called?
Yeah, there's not much.
What is it
Pavement,
called?
blacktop.
Blacktop. And the edges of it, I mean, I can see the decay. It's for you to come in and say, oh, I found a dump truck on here, so my neighbor has to pay $3,800 for a brand new, beautiful driveway that's not what's there. It's just kind of a stretch.
Basically, what I'm saying is he didn't have my permission.
And your premise is you did have permission and he set you up so that he could sue you.
That's how I feel, yes.
Except for that, who was home at the time? Wife?
My wife.
Come on up. How was he reacting? Like someone who was surprised or like someone who gave permission?
He was, once I went around the corner to see what was going on, he was just pacing back and forth, like got himself a plan to get money.
I don't know. Pacing back and forth sounds like you're mad, not like you got yourself
No, he got himself a plan to make money. He cracked my driveway. That driveway was ruined for many years, besides the 6 feet of water that was outside during the storm.
This is food for thought that if you want to put a 10,000, 18,000 pound vehicle on somebody else's property, you should get their permission in writing. This is food for thought for the actual vehicle and the dump truck owner to see that they perhaps they shouldn't take neighbors, their client's word for it on whether they have permission to do that.
So, assuming this guy was stupid to park the dump truck there, does plaintiff get the cost of a new driveway?
I would say no. He's meant to be put back in the same position, not to get something.
But how do you put him back in the same position if the position he was in having a cracked driveway but not as badly cracked?
I would say a percentage, not the whole driveway, but the judge could decide what percentage is owed to him.
That sounds like a pretty fair idea to me, going inside the courtroom.
I think a lot of people took a lot of license during Reconstruction and are still taking a little bit of license for Reconstruction, especially if everything's devastated and the property next door. You're just assuming that they're going to fix it up. I don't know if you had permission or not. I'm not 100% certain you did. But what I'm more concerned about is this. You have the burden of proof as a plaintiff, and you have to prove to me that what happened, even if I assume in the light most favorable to you that he had no permission, that he was just taking advantage of the situation because that's better access to get what he needs done in his backyard. You have to prove to me that he did he and his agent, the dump truck owner, did $3,800 worth of damage to a driveway that was just fine before he got there. Otherwise, I don't see how you're going to collect $3,800.
Your Honor, first, one thing I'd like to mention, he has a driveway of his own that he could have done this with. He decided he didn't want to do the damage to
Listen
his.
to me.
I understand what you're
like
saying.
Miss Manners, okay? If you're right, he's a pig, a selfish pig. Now, let's put that to a side because I am a judge and I have to apply the law, and there's two parts to every lawsuit. The first is liability, okay? So let's say I go with you on liability, he had no permission. The second is damages. And I gotta tell you, to my very trained eye, it looks to me like you have experienced some horrible devastation, like you have no backup plan because you didn't have insurance, like you have the remnants of some blacktop that through the years and the weathering, there's not much of, and like you want to collect $3,800 to maybe start putting your life together. And I can't do that for you. I am not I am not Robin Hood. Okay?
Right.
I cannot do that for you. You have to prove that it did $3,800 worth of damage, and you are, like you said, you very aptly put it, I'm doing the best I can. That's exactly right, but let me tell you what will be better. Show me pictures of how it was pristine and that all the cracks and everything and all the garbage that it looks like wasn't there until the dump truck was there. It's not enough to prove to me that the dump truck was there. You have to prove to me that it looked great before the dump truck was there, and therefore the $3,800 you're asking for is a righteous demand because it did $3,800 worth of damage. Can you do that?
Your Honor, I'm just saying that's the cost that I was told to repair the damage to the driveway. I am not saying that the driveway was pristine, as I said.
Okay, my verdict in this case is
ago.
for the defendant. I have no choice.
Well, unfortunately for the plaintiff, he's unable to prove his case here in front of Judge Millan. So step in here. What's your reaction to the defendant winning this case?
It is what it is. He did what he did. He didn't have my permission. I didn't say that the driveway was pristine or anything of that nature.
But were you trying to get a new driveway out of this?
No, what I was trying to do is make it clear to this person that you don't take advantage of somebody who's, in a bad situation. My house was destroyed. I couldn't live there, so while I was gone, he decided he would take advantage of it.
And he's still your neighbor?
He'll live there, I guess, the best thing about neighbors is fences.
Mm-hmm. Right down there.
Thank you.
All right, so I take it you're going to stay on your side of the fence then?
Yeah, we have a new fence put up.
Mm-hmm. You get a bigger fence now?
Yeah, we got a big fence. We had permission to use Bob's driveway.
From who?
Bob gave me permission.
He himself gave you
me permission to use his driveway. Unfortunately, Bob didn't have insurance on his house, and he needed the money to get started to do the repairs.
What do you think, Harvey?
I mean, look, like the judge said, even if the defendant should not have parked the truck there, and it seems like he shouldn't have, it was badly damaged. And at a point, this guy's not suffering any damage because you're starting with a piece of junk, and the piece of junk probably needed to be replaced. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay, and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the plaintiff, Anna Saar. She says she bought a car for her daughter's birthday and graduation present, and the defendant sold her a real lemon. The car was not, she repeats, not sold as is. She spent all sorts of crazy money repairing the thing, and the defendant needs to pay her the $790 she's owed. This is the defendant, John Bianco. He says the plaintiff came to see the car and acted like she knew everything there was to know about them and how they worked. The next day, she came back with her mechanic, paid for the car in full, and then a week later, she blows the engine's head gasket and thinks he's responsible? Come on. He's accused of selling a clunker.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought a car for her daughter, a graduation present, and it was a disaster. The defendant says the plaintiff seemed like Mrs. Know-It-All, so tough. It's the case of your magna cum dum.
Okay, Anna Sarr, you are suing John Bianco for $790, the amount that it will cost you to repair your car, as well as the amount that you paid to tow the car that he sold to you that you feel he should be responsible for. Tell me what happened.
Okay, we found the car on Craigslist.
Who's
it was my daughter and me. Okay, this was her first car because she graduated. Okay, so
congrats.
We went over to see the vehicle. The first thing he told me that it was a bad water pump. I agreed with the water pump. We paid for the water pump. Okay, then after that, when I had to have it towed home because
wait. You bought a car that you had to tow home?
It had to be towed. You couldn't drive it because the water pump.
Okay, hold on. So how much did you pay for this car?
$800.
$800?
Yep.
Okay.
It needed a water
pump.
For a
car?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have a mechanic take a look at it?
Oh, no.
Okay.
After
did you know each other?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, so I had this mechanic come, Tom Stretch.
How do you know him?
It's like one of my sister's friends.
If he's one of your sister's friends, why didn't you have the mechanic take a look at the car before you bought it?
Because I took his word it was only the water pump.
You took his word because you knew him for so long?
No, I didn't know
Right!
I didn't know.
Are you getting who's on first?
I know.
Okay, you're starting to get the circle here? Okay,
now
go ahead.
I do.
Now you do. All righty, go ahead.
So Tom towed it to his shop. Okay, and then he started doing the repair. He put the water pump in. Then it needed a radiator and other things. Now it needs a whole new exhaust.
I can't imagine. You pay $800 for a car, you think it would be pristine.
Well, it ain't. And then and then where I live, the car must be registered, insured, have a parking sticker on it, or you can't park it on my road.
Right.
They tow it right to the impound.
Right. Is that what happened to you?
Oh, no. I had to get everything on the car.
Okay, so what is it you're suing for? You're suing for $152 for a tow, but according to you, you were the one who called the tow company and you knew you'd have to tow it from where you were buying it.
No, I didn't know I had to tow it. No.
Wait, did you test drive the car?
Huh? Yeah, I test drived it, but only up and down his driveway, down the driveway.
So when did you determine that you had to tow the car?
Because he said the water pump.
Yeah, but when you're test driving it, don't you... he had already told you about the water pump. So at that point, did you just say, no, forget it, I don't want to buy your car?
No, I took his
you
word.
went ahead and bought the car, so why would he have to reimburse you for towing?
I don't know, well...
It's not like a towing that happened later, then I would understand why you're suing, but I don't even understand why you're suing on that because that was always your issue. What did he do wrong that would make him reimburse you? That was something you planned to do. So now the other $637 is to do what?
That was for the radiator, all the work that the mechanic put into it, like the new wires and all. I bought the wires and all. Okay, and then we had it done, and the mechanic charged us that much.
Right, and he should have to pay for it because...
He said it was only the water pump.
How does he know? That's what you have a mechanic take a look at.
Well, that's what he told me. It was only the water pump.
Okay.
And
Did he give you a warranty on the car?
No.
Okay. Is there any paperwork from the transaction?
Well, yes.
Let me see the paperwork. What's going on?
Being sued.
Yeah, I know you're being sued. What happened here?
So, is this woman out of luck?
I think you should check everything before you actually buy anything, you know?
She checked nothing and the car didn't even run. Does she get anything?
No, she shouldn't even bought it.
Well, she bought it. Does she get her money back?
No.
Absolutely not. Going inside the courtroom.
I put a car on Craigslist for $1,000. It was a 1996 Infiniti G20 with 192,000 miles on it. Yeah. And I got the car. I was going to fix it up.
How did you get the car?
I actually bought it off Craigslist myself.
How much did you pay for it?
I paid about $500 for it.
Okay, and then you sold it for double?
Well, I was, going to fix it up and maybe try to make a couple dollars on the side. No, when I brought it home, I seen the water pump was leaking. I was like, you know what? If I fix it with the water pump or I don't fix the water pump, it's going to be the same value. So why waste my time putting money into it?
Why don't I just charge double what I got? It's America. You could do that. So you charge double what you got for it, and somebody bid.
I got a decent deal on it. Maybe make a couple dollars. So I didn't even know the water pump was bad when I bought the car, because I bought the car, started it up, it was nighttime, then I had to tow it back to my place. So now I went to start it up. And
it's just what that car is going to do. It's just going to be like one of those little traveling gnomes.
Yeah, it's just going to spend its life on a tow truck, pretty much.
Right.
And then when I brought it back to my place, I noticed the water pump was leaking really bad. So, okay, I don't want to, run the car without a bad water pump. So I just threw it up on Craigslist. It said, runs and drives.
Let me see your Craigslist ad.
I didn't bring it.
Do you have his Craigslist ad?
When we tried to get it off Craigslist, they took it out already.
Okay.
But pretty much it just says very simple. It says runs and drives, needs water pump.
Okay.
Must be towed.
All right. And you know it runs and drives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it actually said must be towed?
Yeah, must be towed.
Did it say must be towed?
No.
All right. You know it runs and drives because you drove it up and down, and then it needs a water pump because you had to replace a water pump. And did you tell her it needed anything else?
No, because that's my knowledge. That's as far as I got with the car, so I didn't waste my time trying to see what else it needed. Because right there, I was like, you know what? Let me just.
So did you do any paperwork on this transaction?
I just wrote a deposit. Just a deposit. She put down like $60, so then she'll be back the next day.
Do you have that deposit slip?
No, I don't.
Do you have that deposit slip? May I see it?
I gave it to him.
Oh, sorry. It says, I, John Bianco, am accepting a $60 deposit on my 1996 Infiniti G20, which is not refundable. That's good. You put the words not refundable, so you have to get into quibble about that. Buyer states the car will be paid off on 4/8/13 in the rest of the amount of $740. And then she comes back the next day, and you who think to write a receipt that says not refundable and everything, don't think to write as is?
I just thought, with the mileage of the car and the year and the amount I sold it for.
But it would have been better to write something, right?
Absolutely.
You probably wouldn't even be here if you'd written something.
Yeah. I definitely learned my lesson about that.
Yeah.
But I just assumed with the mileage, the year, and the price I sold it for.
Yeah, you don't have a leg to stand on. You just don't. When you're buying a 17-year-old car, you really should have it inspected beforehand, but nobody does. I mean, well, that's not true. People do. They just don't end up as litigants in front of me. So I just don't see those people, okay? So if it's a car that can't be driven to your mechanic, and your mechanic, it's not feasible for your mechanic to go to where the car is, don't buy the car. But when you're paying $800 for a car, you're kind of paying for the outside of the car. There's no promises or warranty implied in that sale just because he happens to put you on notice that there is a problem with the water pump. That doesn't mean that he's warrantying everything else. If you want to know what's wrong with it, find out what's wrong with it before you buy it, because a used car is an as-is sale. My verdict is for the defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so very quickly, the plaintiff hustles out of the courtroom here. What are you thinking of here?
Oh, well, that's all right. We still have the car.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is the car working?
Yeah, she drives it.
You driving it around? $800 car?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing that the thing even runs $800.
It didn't, but we made it run.
What'd you learn?
Not to buy a lemon no more.
All right, okay. That's it. Basically, that's
all right. That's all right.
All right, what do you think? Here, come on in here. You satisfied how this comes out? Did you know the as-is thing was going to happen?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just, you get what you pay for, I guess.
Right.
$800 car, it's $800 car. You're not going to get a brand new car for $800. You want a brand new car? You go to a dealership, that's all.
Another as-is customer.
That's it.
Bites the dust. Harvey?
You're insane not to have a mechanic look at the car beforehand. What you can do is make the deal so that maybe if you actually buy the car, the seller will split the cost of the mechanic.